If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out.
They shared the names of two men found shot dead in what officials are now saying was a music studio building. Police found the bodies of Quentin Williams and Duquazion Evans inside that building near 31st and Cameron Monday afternoon. Loved ones identified one of the victims as a local musician who went by the stage name Funny Money. They tell us he was on his way to a studio session when the shooting happened.
My brother was a funny person. He a rapper. The situation that happened, I don't even know what happened.
The last thing I said to my uncle was, I love him, be safe. And he said, I'm always safe from this. And that was about it.
Police arrested a 28-year-old suspect in this investigation. They have not shared that person's name, revealed a motive, or explained how the violence unfolded. The three people shot and killed yesterday brings the total number of homicides in Milwaukee this year to 74. That is according to Milwaukee Police Department online records. Police investigated 94 homicides at this point in the year in 2025. There have been 261 non-fatal shootings in Milwaukee so far this year, compared to 357 at this time last year.
Cold-blooded demonstration. The reports that I'm getting, the two people that they found dead inside of that studio is two up-and-coming rappers out of Milwaukee. One of the brothers' name is Lil Shiesty, and another brother name is Funny Money. Now, from my understanding, both of these brothers was up-and-coming rappers up out of Milwaukee, right? Now, before I get into my demonstration, just allow me to say something, right? Do y'all see like all the gun violence and the murders and stuff like that in a small city like Milwaukee? And let's understand something, right? Let's not get it misconstrued and think that we're talking about a big city like Los Angeles, Chicago, Detroit, stuff like that. Yeah, New York City. No, we're talking about Milwaukee, right? Wisconsin. When you hear Wisconsin, you think about, the Green Bay Packers. You understand what I'm saying? You think about cheese. You hear Milwaukee, you think about the Milwaukee Brewers, the Milwaukee Bucks and stuff like that, right? You don't think about that type of violence that the news just showed us, all those shootings. You got to understand something. All those shootings, somebody was trying to kill somebody. You see, but the person happened to survive by the grace of the universal creator, and the doctors, they survived. But every time, all them hundreds of shootings, people was trying to kill people in Milwaukee. Now, you might say, well, hood educated, get to the demo. Why are you telling us about this? Well, look, the reason why I'm breaking this down to y'all, because it is very important that we understand that violence is everywhere. In Milwaukee, in Wisconsin. You see, you don't hear about this type of stuff. You don't think to yourself that, damn, it's going down like that, right? And how small Milwaukee is to have all those murders and all those shootings. You don't think like that. You see what I'm saying? So my point I'm trying to get to everybody right now is that, look, it don't matter where you go. You always got to stay alert. No matter where you go, you always got to be like this here. Because it can go down, and it goes down throughout the United States of America. So don't get it confused and think to yourself that, hey, I'm going to go over here. They soft over there. They ain't going to. Okay. People die all the time. Misjudging people. Misjudging other people's cities. Misjudging other people's neighborhoods. People die like that all the time. Especially people coming from these big cities. They die all the time coming to small towns and thinking to them, you know what? I'm finna show y'all something. Check it out.
No, at 10:15, I'm calling the motherfucking feds.
Call the feds.
I'm fucking calling. Guess what I'm calling? Turn affairs. I'm finna call turn affairs. Right now.
Oh, man.
Oh my God, is that DJ Quan?
These niggas dissing, we the youngest niggas sending shots. Box out the cover fully chopped, bro, he got fully glock. He was sticking with his dick and that's what got him dropped. I stand up business, but my two, this shit'll never stop.
On the hood, yeah, the jungle with them lines. Like Patrick under Roxy, over tab, that nigga high. Unstored little, best friends with the rats, you niggas wildin'. Ayy, birds of a feather flock together, move around me. Still in this kitchen, no, I can't leave this bitch until I finish. I have a chicken, it's hard, the other half I got a witch. That's the easy part, spend most of my time, you press the button like I'm Depot. That went from 500 to a grand, now somebody.
Y'all see that? Y'all think them boys got all those guns in the video, jumping around like they're a terrorist group or something like that? Y'all think these boys got all these guns in those videos just to be playing? You see? All those guns is in a small town, a small city like Milwaukee. And that's just one group of brothers. That's just one group. Or should I say two groups? We're not talking about all the rest of the groups that got that same type of artillery. You see, this stuff is everywhere. Everywhere. Don't listen, because you can end up finding yourself in somebody's hospital, somebody's grave, going to these small towns thinking that it's sweet. Now, let me say this right here. Now, being that I live in Minnesota, North Minneapolis, I been knew that Milwaukee wasn't sweet. I been knew that. But just from people down south, out east, out west, you might think to yourself like, man, what? Listen, the Midwest is dangerous. Very dangerous. And, you know, people coming from these big cities and be like, wait, hold on. Yeah, it goes down. Now, listen, to all my brothers and sisters in Wisconsin and Milwaukee, I'm not trying to put a blemish on your city or nothing like that. I'm just telling it like it is, and I'm giving a hood education. You know, that's all I'm doing. Now, let's get into this demonstration. Now, a 28-year-old brother who goes by the name of Calvin Harris is arrested and charged for the double murder of Lil Shiesty and Funny Money. Now, according to the reports, right, Calvin is saying that Lil Shiesty invited him to the studio, Funny Money's studio, right? Now, once he get there, everything is cool, but then an argument break out. A family dispute breaks out, right? An argument. Now, during this argument, Lil Shiesty snatches Calvin's gun, put it on his hip. Calvin is begging for his gun back. Hey, man, get my pistol back, man. Hey, man, get my gun. Lil Shiesty said, nah, I'm not giving you your gun. So what does Calvin do? Calvin looks around, see another gun laying on the counter, grabs that gun, and shoots Lil Shiesty, killing him. Once he shot and killed Lil Shiesty, Funny Money seen what was going on and ran to go try to grab a Draco. But before he can get to the Draco, Calvin shot him 4 times, killing him. Then he leaves up out of the studio and calls the police. And he explains to the police everything that happened. Even tells the police, hey man, you know, I took the pistol, I threw the gun in the river. The police go into the river, find the gun, do ballistics on the gun, see that the gun is matching, you know, shell casings that was found at the scene of the double murder. You see? But the cold-blooded part about all this is this right here. You might say to yourself, hey, look, check this out. This ain't a self-defense case. He had no reason to shoot Lil Shiesty. The part that blowed everybody's mind is this right here. When the police was doing their homework, when they was doing their homicide investigation, guess what? Lil Shiesty still had his gun on him. So there was no taking of the gun or anything like that. It wasn't none of that type of stuff. They are still trying to find out why did he kill both of them. Because the story that he told them does not add up at all. That's why he is charged with double murder. Now, according to, you know, street talk and stuff like that, some people are saying that this was a backdoor type demonstration. Well, I can't go with that, because if it was a backdoor type demonstration, why would he kill both of them? If it was a backdoor, that means that, you know, Lil Shiesty brought him over there and they was gonna backdoor Funny Money, but it didn't happen like that. So both of them guys end up dead. So I don't believe that it was a backdoor. To me, and just in my hood education, it's looking more like a robbery gone wrong. That's what it's looking like to me. It's looking like a robbery gone wrong. He possibly thought he was finna go in there, pull his pistol, and these guys was gonna just curve and be scared and be like, but it didn't go that way. You know, they probably got to fighting him for his gun. He shot Shiesty. You know, Funny Money going to go try to get the other gun, and then he shot him 4 times. Because you got to think about it. Why is Shiesty shot all them times? And excuse me. Why is Funny Money shot all those times and Shiesty is only shot once? You see, so something is not adding up right. You know, and I believe they're going to get to the bottom of it. But as of right now, that's what happened. And this is what's going on. Here it is. You got 2 brothers that lost their life for what? We really don't know right now. All we have right now is the complaint and the story that Calvin has told. And it's not adding up. Now, before I depart, allow me to say this right here. When you in these streets, or when you rapping and you know drugs is involved and guns is involved and you got strange peoples and stuff. Look, Funny Money never thought in his wildest dreams that Shiesty would invite somebody that would kill him. He never thought like that. But that's why you got to be so careful when guns and all this old type of stuff is involved. People saying, you know, take my word for it, man. This is my boy. He cool. No, I don't know him. I know you cool. I don't know him like that. No, hell no, he can't come to the studio, man. I don't know him. I don't know if he friends with my ops. I don't know if somebody I done shot is his family member. I don't know none of that. I don't know him. No, he can't come to the studio. I know you. It's just me and you. We gonna do our thing. Yeah, no. If you want to do your thing with him, do it when I'm not around. I don't know him. You know, we living in these type of times where you can't just trust strangers nowadays because you never know, especially when you live in that street life. Now, for you brothers that's living that life, y'all know what I'm talking about. You're paranoid, schizophrenic. You can't trust nobody because of everything that you done did in them streets. You don't know when it's gonna come. You don't know when somebody gonna run up on you that you never seen a day in your life and just start shooting you multiple times because somebody done put a bag on your head. You don't know that type of stuff. And that's one of the horrible things of living that life. You can't trust nothing. You can't trust nothing. You can't trust nobody, and you always paranoid. That is not a way to live. That's not a way to live because you done did so much wrong out there in them streets. You don't know who is plotting to kill you. Not even the people that are standing right next to you. You see, you done did so much wrong that if your friends is hungry enough and somebody got a big bag, you can be paid for it and your friends will kill you. Your own family will kill you for some damn money. So look, that life, it looks fine and dandy on the outside. You know how they dancing around with their guns and all this old type of stuff, and they making this money and they doing all these drugs. It looks fun, right? But when you get into the inner workings of that type of life, you get to understand all the misery that life brings. It's horrible. Because even though you might say, hey man, yeah, this is my partner, yeah man, this you always got to think in the back of your mind, hey man, look, what if they cross me? What if we get locked up and they tell the police about that murder we did 9 years ago? Tell the police about that robbery, kidnapping that we did 3 months ago. Tell the police about all those drive-bys we did 2 weeks ago. It's too much to worry about. Way too much to worry about. I would advise anybody that's even entertaining the thought of getting into that lifestyle, go talk to somebody that is outside of that life, that was once there, that made it out. Go talk to them, and I guarantee you, you would change your mind. You would be like, damn, all that happened? Homies killing homies. This happens in there. In gangs, yeah, gang members that are in the same gang kill each other, shoot each other, stab each other, beat each other. You see what I'm saying? Rob each other. Sleep with each other's child's mothers. They'll sleep with your mama if your mama fine enough. Your sister, your little sister, they'll turn her out. There's no happiness in that lifestyle whatsoever. I don't care how fun they make it look. They dance and they got the money, they got the cars and all that old type of stuff. They can't even enjoy it because they just too worried. They too worried. Look, gangsters, get in the comments and let these people know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about stomp down gangsters, not no pretend. I'm talking about people that was really down in them streets. You can't even enjoy that life because you got to worry about too much. You already know. It's already predestined. You know already. I'm going to get killed. If I don't get killed, I'm going to get shot. One day they might see me and jump me and beat me half to death. It's a possibility that I can get stabbed. It's a possibility that I can get robbed. It's a possibility that I can get kidnapped. It's a possibility that my homeboys can backdoor me. It's a possibility that this girl that I like with this big old booties and titty and all that gonna set me up to get robbed, maybe killed. It's a possibility that I can die. It's a possibility that I can go to jail for the rest of my life or a big portion of my life. Now ask yourself, is that living? This is Hood Educated, not Lame Related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Peace and love.